Hello everyone, this is Eldad Amara. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe and share. I'm going to leave a link at the end of this video, right, for other videos of a similar nature and content, which I'm sure you will really enjoy. This video is only going to be a very short video because it's really an introduction. Right, there'll be a series of other videos, yeah, relating to the Matrix, because it's such a massive topic. So, what is the Matrix? The Matrix is a system. That's right, the Matrix is a system. It's a system of control, right, for your mind. A system of imprisonment for your mind. But let me say, the Matrix is also to do with AI, a computerized generated system, yeah, of AI technology. But in order to have got to this stage, right, of using AI, certain things would have to have been in place. Right, from our birth, we have been imprisoned, right, we have been enslaved and been bondage to a system which was designed specifically for us. We have been conditioned by a system called the Matrix. But we had to have another system in place before this, right, in order to condition us. This was done through our institutions. So we've got politics, we got economics, we got religion, we got education, we got psychology. See, all of these things, right, are very important in order to condition your mind to accept certain conditions and to control you, in order to control you. You think about prison, for example. You have to follow a set of rules and regulations. Yeah, you have to get up at a certain time when you're in prison. Right, you have a certain amount of time which you will spend doing exercise in the prison yard. Yeah, you get rewarded for good behavior, right, and punished for bad behavior. Just like our system also of law. Right, that is a system of regulations and rules, yeah, and prohibitions. Certain things that you can do in society, and certain things that you can't do in society. It's a way of keeping us in our little boxes. It's a way of conditioning us. You also have another system, right, which is a TV program. The TV programs. What is a TV program? Listen to the word program. You don't often hear TVs being referred to as TV shows, but you hear about a TV program. You've been made to think in a certain way, yeah, to feel in a certain way, to have certain emotions. You are being programmed by the TV, right? This way you accept a lot of what is being said on TV. Is your first point of reference. Another point of reference would be cinema, right, and movies, because there's a lot of sublime images, yeah, and a lot of sublime stories are played out in movies, such as The Matrix. If you look at The Matrix, the film The Matrix, right, there's a lot of symbolism in that film, right? There's a lot of little subtle messages also in the film. You have your TV actors, your TV producers, yeah, your directors and all the rest of it, yeah. These people are all controlling you. TV directors, editors, yeah, the TV stars, your news readers. They all play a role in this matrix. Even your TV stars. Your TV stars. I'm going to go into stars in a bit more detail in another video. What are TV stars? We are being controlled and we don't even realize it. Your first point of contact, yeah, your first point of reality, right, seems to be the TV. You take that as your point of reference. And it could be a load of propaganda that is being put on the TV. How do you know that most of the things that you're watching on TV, right, especially on the news, how do you know that these things are real? How do you know that there isn't a certain amount of propaganda? You see, whether you work in the film industry or you work in the TV industry, you have people behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. You have a director. They direct the film stars. They're also directing you. Isn't it funny? Right? That directors direct the actors. Right? The actors are almost like puppets in themselves. Because they're following the directions of the director. You also have editors. Right? What's the editor's job? To cut out sections of a film. It could even be in terms of music, right, and get rid of the bits that they don't want. So they're only letting you see what they want you to see. That's the editors, right? You've also got psychologists. You see these TV adverts? A lot of this, right, they get the ideas of a psychologist, right? The ideas of a psychologist, right? Psychologists play a big role in a lot of these TV adverts, catering for your taste, catering for your image, yeah, smell, colors, sound, yeah. A lot of this has been done through psychologists. There is an elite group of people, right, out there. And it's them that has given us the system that we're living in. Let me tell you this now. They hate human beings. It doesn't matter about your skin tone, your color, your race, your ethnicity, your sexuality, your gender. They don't care about that. All they care about is imprisoning your mind and controlling you. But in order to do all this, they have to condition you first. They condition you through their schools. As I say, education, psychology, politics, prison, yeah? And all these other institutions. These institutions weren't just set up for nothing. They have a purpose. They have a purpose. You vote on a certain political party. Why? Because you've been told that this particular party will cater for your needs. Right? Whereas another party will not cater for your needs. Let me say again, another institution is the food industry and your supermarkets. You think that when you go and buy food, that you're buying food because you like it. Is that really true? Yeah? Somebody has catered and made a certain product taste a certain way, right? To make you go and buy that product. To make you go and buy that product. You think that it's solely down to you, right? How something tastes, or how it smells, or how it looks. No, no, no. these things, right? These things such as taste, smell, touch, feel, colour, right? Again, were done by these psychologists, programmed, right, since birth, catering for your tastes, giving you religion, giving you politics, right? And now they're giving you AI technology. AI technology is the future. Now you got your smartphones, your smart watches, your smart TV, right? You've got your iPad, you got your Alexas, right? These goods you could not do without. I see some people sit there and they on their iPad, yeah, or on their phones, and they're so addicted to their phones. They're so addicted to their iPads, yeah. They're so addicted to their PlayStation games. They've been sucked into this matrix, sucked right in. They've been conditioned, and those programs, yeah, these AI programs, were deliberately put there in order to imprison your mind. To imprison your mind, just like they use politics, law, yeah, imprisonment, yeah, and all these other institutions. They have also used technology now as another form of control, another way of disciplining you, another way of keeping you in a box. People are going out now and they're having chips put into their arms. There's a town in, I can't remember if it's Sweden or Switzerland, I think it's Switzerland, where the whole village went out and they had chips inserted into their hand, right? So that they could open things like doors. Their chips will be able to turn their lights in their house on and off. When they got into a bus, they wouldn't have to take money out of their pocket. They could just put their chip across, or should I say put their hand across a machine, and it would recognize who they are. Man, technology is just way, way, way out there. Way out there now. You got to check out this guy called Mark Zuckerberg. He's created something called Meta. Facebook is no longer Facebook, it's called Meta. You want to go there and see on YouTube some of the things that this guy's doing. Seriously. We are going into a dystopic society. Yeah? Believe you me, you soon can't tell the real from the unreal. We're going into a dream world. These people are trying to take us from reality, right, into this dream world. You will not be able to tell the difference between the artificial world and the real world soon. You go into a supermarket and you buy food, right, whether it's a pizza, a chicken, right, sometimes these foods have been genetically modified. Yeah, they've been messed around with, tampered with, right? You can't even tell whether you're eating proper chicken, right, or proper pork, yeah, or steaks. You don't know if that's been tampered around with or been genetically modified. The same thing with some of your fruits, like your apples and your bananas, yeah, and your pears. We are living in a society where we're depending so much on the system, itself, right? Self-sufficiency and independence has gone out the window. We are so dependent on the system for our gas, for our electricity, for our entertainment, for our jobs, and all the rest of it. There's a lot of people, they could not do without the current system in which they're living in. They love being in this matrix. Awoke people, who are starting to realize how much the system is imprisoning them, right? And trying to control them. So they're trying to get out of the system. But those people who are inside the system, you know what? They will look at these people as being enemies. They will look at these people as being enemies.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. But when you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?
So those people who are inside the system, right, they will want to defend the beast system. Whereas those people are starting to wake up, right, want to step away from the system. If you watch The Matrix and the character Morpheus, he turns around and he says to Neo, right, as he showed Neo around, he says, like, these people here, these doctors, teachers, lawyers, yeah, they're all hooked up into the system, and it's going to be hard to unplug them. So whilst they're still in the system, these people are enemies. You can kind of already see how people are turning against each other, right, at this current moment. And it's not just in England, it's not just in America, it's not just in Australia, but it's in other parts of the world too. Italy, France, Germany, right? People who have had the, I'm not going to say what it is, but I think you know what I'm talking about, because it's on the news all the time. It's in all the newspapers, right? People who are accepting, right, this thing, they are totally against people who don't want to accept it. So now people who are family are falling out with each other. People who are friends are falling out with each other. Yeah, people, colleagues who work together are starting to fall out with each other, right? Because of this thing. Because of this thing, right? Some people are so hooked up to the Matrix, they believe every single thing that has been told to them. Yeah? They believe everything. They don't do their own points of reference. They take the point of reference from the TV and from the newspapers and magazines. They don't do their own research. They're so I would just say, so reliant on the system. So reliant on the system. And now, I'm not going to say all technology is bad, right? But I'm going to say this now. Just like a gun, you can use a gun for either good or for bad. With technology, you can use technology for either good or for bad, right? Some of these scientists, yeah, and some of these politicians have no interest in human beings. No interest at all. All they want to do is just to own us and to control us and to keep our minds in this prison. Right? Keep us in a prison. Why? They see us as a disease, as a virus that should either be gotten rid of or controlled.
I'd like to share a revelation that I've had during my time here. It came to me when I tried to classify your species. I realized that you're not actually mammals. Every mammal on this planet instinctively develops a natural equilibrium with the surrounding environment, but you humans do not. You move to an area and you multiply, and multiply until every natural resource is consumed. The only way you can survive is to spread to another area. There is another organism on this planet that follows the same pattern. You know what it is? A virus. Human beings are a disease, a cancer of this planet. You are a plague.
Do you know that they're developing a camera, right, to go beyond the back of the eyes for people who are blind, so they can see again? Right? A camera which goes at the back of the eyes, right? I don't know exactly how it works, but then blind people, they will be able to see. They've developed technology as well, like a false artificial robotic arm, right, has been attached to somebody who's lost their arm, right, and they can move their fingers as though it was their real hand. Now that technology is really good. You've got the same sort of thing for your leg if you've lost your leg, yeah. They've got like a robotic type leg, okay. Also, things such as artificial insemination for those people who can't have children naturally. I mean, that's good technology. But then, on the other side, you've got things like designer babies. People who want designer babies. Right? So they can choose a baby's skin colour, a baby's sex, a baby's hair colour, a baby's build, yeah, and all the rest of it. This is unnatural. Instead of just accepting a child, right, to come into the world naturally, to come into the world with its natural characteristics, they want to change up the characteristics of this child. Why? Some people don't want to accept a child unless it's perfect. If a child's imperfect, yeah, just like a piece of fruit, they want to throw it away. Do you know that they're trying to download, in actual fact, they're trying to upload the human mind, yeah, into a robot or into another human being? Imagine that. Uploading the mind, yeah, and the consciousness of a human being into another human being or into a robot. Is this natural? Right? Uploading somebody's mind and then downloading it into another human being or into a robot. These people are trying to play God. These people are trying to play God. Now, I'm not saying it's all scientists, but there's a lot of people that's out there, right? And they are trying to play God. This is tampering with nature. Again, a synthetic world. A synthetic world which has been created, and there's so many people who want to accept it. You know, babies are now being born outside of the womb. As in like Matrix, where it seems like it's some kind of fictional thing. Babies are being born outside of the womb, right? And are grown. They are grown in these artificial wombs and things like that. But let's take things one step further. Let's take things one step further. These babies that are grown outside of the womb in say 100 years time, what is going to happen to these kids? Are these kids going to be made into some other kind of product? Anyway, this is the end of part 1 of a series of videos on the Matrix. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe and share. And as I've said, I'm going to leave a link to other videos of a similar nature on the end of this video. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. We read the Quran, book alive, boy, under the sun. Life's all fun, man, where's the gun? Eric kill the firstborn, you gotta stay strong like a lion in Zion. No one's meant to spound, send a man to around. The world's getting colder as the world's getting older. Book of life is what I told you. Great stool pigeon, the vision mind in prison. The strong mind sees spitting from the systematic plan to raise the first man. Do you understand? Political places and phases is where they wanna take us. We planned this for ages. Stages, check my rhyme, check the sages. Man is outrageous. Use their own inkling to see what they're thinking. Like a ship, so they sinking. TV kills a mind, the body kills the head. Cause you do, as I said, they don't want the money, they're already getting paid. TV kills the mind, the body kills the head. Cause you do, as I said, they don't want the money, they're already getting paid. Don't get high up the fear on the gun trade. Did you hear what I said? Big now get paid. Don't get high up the fear on the gun trade. Did you hear what I said? Big now get paid. Wanna bring up destruction, African dysfunction, bad energy accumulates, cause an evil mind state. You will congregate, accumulate wealth through battery and health. Unclean mind blessed with stress, cause they invest rockets. Nobody can stop it. Modern Al Capone, what the planning for their own. In space a clone, we moan, but can't make it on our own. It's using for the phone. Satellite needs your own. Freedom's a myth, but sorry, parachute. A coon fire coon. Watch what you eating, like the Garden of Eden. Food misleading, the sun for greeding. Kids getting more obese each season. Mind what you plan and eating. TV kills the mind, the body kills the head. Cause you do, as I said, they don't want the money, they're already getting paid. TV kills the mind, the body kills the head. Cause you do, as I said, they don't want the money, they're already getting paid. Don't get high up the fear on the gun trade. Did you hear what I said? Big now get paid. Black gold pandemonium, who's controlling them? Ethiopian beats on the move, not eloping. Wanna crossovers own them. What are those above? Sacrifice but lies. Peace now march, getting wise. Innocent lives taken, where drone flies. Peace fighting for survival. State taken out with a rifle. Free speech stifle. The killing disciple like Carmichael. Now world's gone at the push of a button. What's in your food like mutton? No more free hunting. Every line's like Garvey said. I told my cousin before President Obama, who was John Hanson.